I decided to attempt CTF Challenge 4, which is a log analysis exercise that asks how many times does the word user in all caps appear in a log file. After doing research, I discovered that this can be solved by using command line or terminal in my case. All I had to do is open terminal, run the appropriate command, and record the outcome. That command happened to be grep tac o pattern file, and I'll explain later in another slide what those words mean. But the solution ended up being 180,870. Log analysis is the process of examining log files to gain information about the behavior, performance, or security of systems, applications, and networks. The only skills I needed to solve this problem was basic command line skills. Ethical hackers will perform log analysis for post-exploitation forensics. After a successful penetration test, ethical hackers review logs to determine if their actions were detected and what traces they left behind, like usernames, IPs, timestamps. This will help assess how well their systems log activities, which leads me to vulnerability discovery. Log files may expose configuration mistakes, sensitive information leaks, and unpatched software or backdoors. Ethical hackers use this data to find attack vectors. Ethical hackers often review logs to ensure compliance with security policies. They provide evidence of successful exploitation and suggestions for better log management. So the first part of the command is the word grep, and grep stands for Global Regular Expression Print. Grep is a Mac OS command line tool used to search text or files for lines that match a specific pattern, and in this case, that pattern would be user in all caps. Now, grep can be followed by many different options, but in this case, it's followed by a tag O, which tells it show only the matching text, not the full line. So, not user, administrator, number, IP address, all of that. Tag O says show me user only. And next is user. It's pretty straightforward, but like whatever goes into the quotations is what is going to be searched for. So if I put user profile, it's going to look for user profile. So since I only want to see user, I'm only typing user and in all caps. I wasn't too sure if the caps mattered, but I was kind of on a time crunch, so I decided to just type it exactly the way I was told to in the instructions. Next, you have the file. So basically it's just the file path. And on Mac, you have to right click on the file, hit option, and then copy as file path. So that was something that I learned with Mac, how you copy a file path. And I think it was pretty cool. So pipe WC tac L, that basically means count how many lines user appears. Okay, so all together, grep tac O and then user file path pipe WC tac L, that all comes together to mean count how many times user appears in the log file. So once I found out that this was going to be a command line thing, I got excited because, I'm pretty good at command line, especially when working with it. But I did have like almost a mental breakdown because when it came to the end of the command, I kept typing tech one, and I'm sitting here like it's not working. It's not giving me no type of feedback or whatever. So I'm sitting here like just trying to think, and I finally put into Google the entire command, and Google asked, "Did you mean blah 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 tech L. And then that's when I was like, wow, they really should make the font a little bit different in command line, because the L and the 1 looks so much alike. I guess a lesson learned was basically how to do this. I never had to account for how many times a word showed up in a log file, but this is really useful. And if it ever comes up, I can say that I know how to do it. And also pay better attention to command line, because that 1 and that L is something that gets me a lot. I've been gotten by the 1 and the L in command line so many times that is ridiculous. And the fact that I literally had to take a 30-minute break just because I was just so stumped, kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, but in all, mission accomplished. I got my answer, and I am super excited to share this with y'all. Log analysis is crucial in ethical hacking because it helps us learn how attacks are detected and how defenses can be tested or bypassed. Log analysis teaches ethical hackers to think like defenders, understand detection systems, and sharpen both offensive and defensive skills. It's essential to becoming a well-rounded cybersecurity professional. Just to sum it all up, this was a log analysis challenge, and it was solved by utilizing terminal and executing the command grep tech O, followed by the pattern file type wc tech L. The word user appeared 180,870 times within the entire log, and this task took about 30 minutes to complete. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and I look forward to hearing your feedback. Good luck.